Today, we're diving into a monumental shift in how we fight breast cancer. We're moving away from a one-size-fits-all strategy and towards something way more personal and a lot more powerful. It's called precision oncology.
I mean, just think about it. Every single one of us has a unique genetic makeup, a different personal history. We're all distinct. So that leads to a pretty fundamental question, doesn't it?
Exactly. This one simple idea is right at the heart of the revolution that's happening in cancer care. It's this profound yet simple concept that your treatment should be just as unique as you are.
Now, to really get why this new way of thinking is such a game changer, we first have to understand where we've been. So let's break down the traditional model for treating cancer.
You'll probably hear this term, standard of care. What does that actually mean? Well, it's basically the treatment plan that years and years of research have shown works for the majority of patients with a specific type of cancer. It's the established, reliable playbook.
So, what's in that playbook? Typically, it's a three-pronged attack. First up, surgery, to physically get the tumor out. Then radiation, to zap any cancer cells that might be left behind. And finally, chemotherapy. This is where powerful drugs are sent through the entire body to hunt down any fast-growing cells. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Chemotherapy especially is like using a giant paint roller when you really need a fine-tipped pen. See, it's designed to kill cells that divide really quickly, which is a classic feature of cancer. The problem? A lot of our healthy cells, like in our hair follicles or our stomach, also divide quickly, so they get caught in the crossfire, and that's what causes many of those tough side effects we associate with chemo.
But the great thing about science is that it never stands still. Our understanding of cancer has been on this absolutely remarkable journey, and it has changed so much over time.
You can really think about this evolution in three big waves. Back in the 1800s, it was the surgical era. The logic was simple: see a tumor, cut it out. Then in the 1970s, we hit the hormone era. This was a massive breakthrough when we discovered that some cancers are actually fueled by hormones. So we developed drugs to starve them of that fuel. And that brings us to today, the genomic era, where we can literally read a cancer cell's DNA blueprint.
This tree is the perfect way to visualize this. We used to just see the trunk of the tree, the obvious tumor. But now our knowledge has grown so much that we can map out the entire complex, deep root system underneath. And in doing that, we learned something huge. Breast cancer isn't just one disease. At a molecular level, it's actually many different diseases.
And this much deeper understanding has completely unlocked a new way of thinking. It's led us directly to what we now call precision oncology. So what is it? Well, precision oncology is all about treating the person, not just the disease. It's about using the unique genetic information from a patient's own tumor, its DNA blueprint, to pick the absolute best treatment that is most likely to work for them specifically.
The key to the whole thing is finding something called biomarkers. Think of them like unique flags or signposts on the cancer cells. These can be genetic mutations like BRCA1 or maybe specific proteins on the cell surface like HER2, which basically acts like a gas pedal that's stuck to the floor. These biomarkers tell us exactly what makes a particular tumor tick, and most importantly, they reveal its unique weaknesses. So as you can imagine, this leads to a totally different strategy. It's really the difference between using overwhelming force and using a targeted, precise strike. Here's probably the best way to think about it. The old way, standard chemo, is like a broad bomb. It causes widespread damage, and you just hope you take out the enemy in the process. But the new way, precision oncology, is like a smart sniper. It uses those biomarkers to identify the exact target, takes a precise shot, and hits only the cancer cells, leaving all the healthy cells alone. Let's put these two approaches side by side. The strategy for standard care is one size fits all. For precision oncology, it's custom fit. The tools change from broad chemotherapy to targeted therapy. And the results? The precision is much, much higher, which means that the side effects are often way lower because you're leaving those healthy cells alone. It's just a smarter way to fight. And this isn't just some abstract idea that sounds good in a lab. This shift is having a huge, real-world impact on patients' lives right now. So what does this actually mean for people? Well, for cancers that have those specific biomarkers, like HER2-positive breast cancer, these targeted drugs have sent survival rates soaring. We're seeing people have much longer periods where their cancer isn't growing at all. We can even use simple blood tests now to watch for any signs that a treatment is starting to lose its effectiveness, which lets doctors switch up the game plan much, much sooner. And really, it all comes back to this one simple, powerful mission: It's not just about finding a cure for cancer as a whole. It's about finding the right cure for your cancer. It's about personalizing the fight.
So, if there's one thing to take away, it's this. A patient's own biology, their unique blueprint, is what holds the key. Understanding it gives us the best, most powerful defense we have against the disease.
You know, this whole field is moving at an incredible pace. It's so exciting. As our ability to read and understand our own genetic code gets better and faster, it leaves us with this really fascinating question to think about. What comes next? Where does this journey of personalization take us from here?